Hi, my name is Linda, and I'm the brother educator at My Sewing Room. And today I'm going to be going over level 2 of sewing with the brother machine. Thank you. So the first exercise that we're going to do is gathering over a string or some type of thicker cord. Many may remember back in home ec in school where we did gathering for sleeves, and we would have to base 2 rows of fabric along the edge. I'm going to show you a quicker way of doing this using a string, and we're going to actually zigzag over top of it, but we're not going to stitch into the cord, we're going to stitch over top of it. So if we go back to our screen that we have on this model, if everybody can remember that the 2 dashes here means it's going to do a back stitch, or if it has a dot at the beginning, it's a lock stitch. So I'm going to scroll forward till I hit my zigzag. So my first one is doing a reverse stitch or a lock stitch. I would prefer to do a lock stitch on this one because I don't want any, I don't want it to stitch through the cord. So I'll press number 10. My J foot is on, and it tells me the position of my needle, which is to the right side because it's going to do a zigzag. So you'll see that I actually have the cord in the middle of the foot, and the zigzag will go from one side to the other all the way down. Make sure your machine is on a slow speed. Now let's go ahead and stitch this. Now that should probably be a little wider. It's a little on the skinny side. So let's make our stitch width wider on this one. So if I go back to my screen, it shows me that my width is 3.5 and we want to make that a little wider. So let's increase the width of my zigzag. I'm going to go to 5. Hit OK. Now when I stitch this, much easier. So I've got lots of extra room to encapsulate the cord. So I'll just speed that up a bit. You also want to point out here, there is actually a little mark on my foot here. So I always know that's the center of my foot. I actually have my cording lined up with that. A lot of people don't know there's actually little hash marks on your foot. Sometimes you have to get a magnifying glass out there to actually see them. So as long as I keep my cord along that hash mark, I know that I won't accidentally sew my cord in. Okay. Needle up. Do not cut your threads. If you remember old-fashioned gathering, you need long threads on each side. So now here's where we're going to take a pin, wrap it around one side, and now I can take my threads and my cord and just kind of do a figure 8 with it. Quilters almost ask me, why would I even want to do this? Well, maybe you're making an apron. Even a tea towel can have some gathering in it. This is the faster way of doing it. So now I'm going to pull this and I'll adjust my gathers the way I want. And once I have them, just work them out to the amount of gathering you want. This is much easier than sewing 2 lines of basting. I'm just going to put a pin in on the other side. And then I would work that into, say, maybe it has to be 3 inches. I would just work that just 3 in and move my gathers so that they all look evenly dispensed. And there you've gone. you've done gathering just with a cord.